Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3.
Welcome back, Legacy Lab. Here we are.
Yep, here we are. Today we're going to be talking about habits.
That's a good one.
And a lot about habits. We're going to be talking about why they're important and how to build them. And we're also going to be talking about our personal habits. And
Because my thought on habits are your habits are actually more important than your goals.
yeah,
You can set goals, but show me your habits and I'll show you whether or not you're going to reach those goals.
yeah, I agree. So that kind of leads us into why habits are important.
Yeah, because there's good and bad ones, right?
Yeah, there is. So habits are very important because it leads to the outcome of your day. If you start your day off with a good habit, then the rest your habits are gonna keep stacking and be good for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everybody has habits, whether you realize it or not.
Yeah.
Some are good, some are bad. So if you have a habit of setting an alarm and snoozing it,
Yeah.
that is potentially a bad habit because
Yeah.
I'm guessing you set your alarm to get up to do something specific. And if you keep snoozing, then you're not going to be able to achieve what you wanted to.
Yeah.
But if you set the alarm and you get up, you're creating a good habit of, like, for us, we set the alarm, we get up, we go to the gym. Good habit.
Yep.
So good and bad habits.
I agree. Yep. And I think habits shape more than just your day, they shape your life and how your life is going to be. Because if your habits are bad, then your life is going to be just in a spiral of the same thing every day. But if you have good habits, it's going to lead you to grow and shape your life to be a growing life.
So 100% agree. What are some bad habits that you've seen people get into, just the rhythm and comfort of doing that they may not even know it's a habit, but they just do it because it's comfortable and they don't want to be uncomfortable and change.
Well, I think about this in the morning when I drive to the gym. When I'm driving to the gym and I drive past Dunkin' and people are already in the line and it's like, oh, you're starting your day off with a cup full of sugar.
Mm.
So that's one that pops into my mind. I know it's kind of harsh, but it's the
Yeah,
reality.
totally
Yeah.
agree.
And I think another one is I think about this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do this too, but just like sitting on your phone all day.
Mm-hmm.
I do it too. Everyone does it, but it is a bad habit, and
It is a bad habit. Yeah. The other one, kind of similar to that, is so at night. So you gave an example in the morning. At night, turning on the TV
Mhm.
and just sitting there consuming and probably watching some negative,
Mhm.
whether it's the news or reality TV, you're probably consuming negative information as opposed to continuing to improve yourself,
Yep.
where instead of turning on the TV, you could pick up a book,
Yeah.
or if you have a family, pull out a deck of cards or a game and play a game,
Mhm.
or color or something. Just do something active instead of just like sitting in front of the TV kind of being brain dead.
Yeah, I agree. And I know that those are just easy habits. Like I'm going to watch TV, but these new habits are also hard to start,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a good thing to mention. Is that yes, they're good, but they also are hard to start.
But once you start,
Mhm.
you create a good habit and you'll create better outcomes than the negative habits. And
Yeah.
then it will replace the bad habit
Mhm.
and just become another habit, but it's more productive and it's a better habit to be in.
Yeah, I agree. So, what are some of your habits that you do daily, good and bad?
Yeah. That's great. I love that you're challenging me to say my bad habits too. Um, I am a huge morning person.
Mhm.
So my
Me too.
habits start first thing in the morning. And I have a perfect morning that when I hit all of my habits, it just creates like this amazing day where I'm in flow, my energy's high, and I just have a super productive day.
Yep.
So First thing in the morning, the first habit is going to the gym.
Mhm.
Set the alarm, get up, go to the gym, move my body, exercise, get the energy level up. And that is like the first thing I do, non negotiable.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's hard, but I do it. And then from there, come home, get ready, spend time with the family in the morning, bring kids to school, get everybody situated. The second thing that I love to do is go to a coffee shop,
Mhm.
get a coffee, pull out my notebook, and write. And it's a habit that I've done on and off, but recently I've like leaned hard into it. And I always use the excuse of I got to get to the office, I got to get to work right away. But I started to realize that if I took the time, just like 1 hour, to go to a coffee shop and write and be creative, it actually set me up to do more work, better work,
Mhm.
more productive work during the day, as opposed to just going into the office and like diving in.
I love that.
So like those are examples of a couple of my morning habits that I just they're non-negotiables now.
Mhm. I love that. For me, I think I probably most likely got it from you. I do get up every morning and go to the gym. It's a non-negotiable, even if I'm not feeling the best. I at
Mhm.
least go and move my body, walk, and then I go home, get ready, go to school, and then another one of my big habits, a non-negotiable, is that before bed every night, I take out my journal, I write about the day, and I reflect on the day, and then I plan out tomorrow.
Mm.
That's it helps me so much with just like organization and getting my habits written down
Mhm.
to make them a non-negotiable.
Yeah. I love that you have bookends,
Mhm.
that you start the day the same way and that you end the day the same
Yeah,
way.
every day.
And a lot of people would call that boring, but I actually think that's the secret sauce.
I
Like,
love it.
boring is sexy.
Oh my gosh.
It's true, though.
I love it. I love my morning and my night routine. It's like, oh, do I want like this is so this probably isn't good to say, but it's like I don't want to go out and party. I want to lay in my bed and journal. Like
Yeah, you definitely get that from me because, like, when it comes time for nighttime,
yeah.
I'm like, well, it's getting time for bed. Like, we got to shut it down so I can get up in the morning and go to
Yes.
the gym.
Yeah, because it's so important for me that like also even if I do like say I go to a sleepover, I find like before I go to a sleepover, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be able to go to the gym in the morning. When can I go to the gym tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
That since I can't go in the morning.
Yep.
And that's a part of what I write in my journal. I figure out my day
Mm-hmm.
and I shape it to make me successful.
Yeah. One thing that you just said is actually it's been me. It's in the book Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, go get it. It's an awesome book.
Mhm.
But it's called The Ripple Effect,
Mhm.
and the ripple effect can be good or bad. So when you do a good habit, it ripples into like good things.
Mhm.
So for example, we go to the gym and then we eat healthy
Mhm.
because we want to fuel our muscles and our body so that we can feel good.
Yep.
And because we want to eat healthy, we take the time to meal prep.
Yep.
And so like just doing one habit, one good habit ripples into other habits.
Yeah.
And conversely, there are negative or bad ripple effects. So
Mhm.
just like you said, like if you stay up late, then that ripples into some negative or like bad habits that aren't going to serve you. So like
Yep.
you stay up late and you get up late and you don't do your morning routine and then you feel like crap. So
Yep.
like it can ripple either direction.
Yeah, I 100% agree. So, I know we're talking about a lot of our good habits,
Mm,
but on the flip side, we it is reality and we do have bad habits.
yeah.
So, what are a couple of your bad habits?
Yeah. Shocking, but I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's definitely, you mentioned it earlier. Sometimes, I'll go on Instagram
Mhm.
and with the purpose of like, I want to post something, post some content. I open up my phone and I get distracted. And before you know it, 10, 15 minute goes by where like I'm giving my thumb a workout.
Yeah.
But it's bad because I was like, oh crap, I was supposed to be on here doing something productive and it ended up poorly.
Yeah.
And then Not gonna lie, sometimes there are the nights where it was for whatever reason, it's been a long day, long week, and come home at night, and the Pearson and Mila, they ask to watch a show, and we turn a show on, and it's not awesome. It's not a great habit to get in because there's definitely a different dynamic, and it's a bad habit. So
Mhm.
I'd say those are two that are I would like to improve upon.
Yeah, I think I agree. I definitely need to work on my scrolling, even though I don't do it all the time. I definitely do it more than I should.
Hmm.
And it is a hard habit to get out of because it's so just like natural, just scroll or whatever, but that is a habit that I would like to
Yeah.
work out of there.
One habit that is kind of funny that I broke recently because we're working on our nutrition and we
Mhm.
have goals. I
Oh
used to be in the
yeah.
habit of every night eating chocolate, and I would do it every night, and I made it seem like in my head, oh, it's fine. Like I worked out, I ate healthy every day, but over time, like it started with like five chocolate chips, and then 10, and then 20, and then it was like I was consuming like 2 bags of chocolate a week, and that it just became a
Oh
habit.
my
So
god.
like I've stopped it, and now I don't even like crave chocolate as much. But like that's just an example of like
Mhm.
how one thing can lead to like, oh geez, I'm eating like a lot of chocolate. I need to cut back, and then I created the habit of like eliminating it.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that because I get it from you. I have a major sweet tooth, and before we started with our nutritionist again, I had
Mm.
quote unquote to eat something sweet every night, even if it was like yogurt or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. But lately after dinner, I've just been just done.
Yeah.
Like
And you can like I've seen you change like this like the sweet from like potentially not great like chocolate
yeah,
to like have an apple with some cinnamon on it.
yeah,
Like
that's a
easy
great
change.
way to do something. It's like if you're craving something, then try to find the healthier alternative to it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I totally agree. So now that we've talked about our habits
Mhm.
and some of the things that we do on a daily basis, like how can we help the listener and the audience build some habits that they're able to do? Because like we kind of talked about, like habits can be hard to develop
Mhm.
and get into a rhythm of doing, but once you do, they're habits.
Yeah.
So what are some tips and tricks that we can give out?
I think a really important one is just to start slow
Mm-hmm.
and not push yourself so hard that like one day you're just going to crash and be like this is way too much.
Mm.
You need to start slow. If you want to start waking up early for the gym, waking up early is hard and it's very draining, but once you say you want to go to the gym in the morning, figure out a couple days that you can go, maybe spread them out so you're not exhausting yourself and start from there, and then once your body adapts to that, build off of that and go one more day
Mm-hmm.
until you just build until it becomes habit.
Right. One thing like for that is if you want to wake up early, then don't start with like setting your alarm for an hour earlier. Start with setting it for 15 minutes earlier,
Mhm.
and then incrementally moving it back
Yeah.
until you have that hour. So like to go from setting it from like 5 to 4, like do it over a few weeks,
Yeah.
and that makes it less crazy, and just like all of a sudden you're going to get up an hour earlier. Like it's just 15 minutes over like 4 weeks.
Yeah. I think also a big thing is just making your habits a non-negotiable.
Mm.
Figure out a time in your day, even a 15-minute block where you schedule your time out, or this is at least what I do. If I want to start a habit, I schedule a block at least 15 minutes in my day that I can do that habit.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Like I for like work and stuff, I use my calendar,
Mhm.
and when there's something that I want to work in my day, I put it on my calendar.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be a meeting,
Mhm.
but like reading.
Yeah.
I used to try to read before bed, and I would end up like almost breaking my nose every night because I'd like just drop the book on my face.
Yeah.
So I learned that that wasn't going to work. So now I do it in the middle of the day, and I put it on my calendar
to make it a non-negotiable.
to make it a non-negotiable. And it pops up. So instead of getting a notification that I have a meeting, it pops up that I have basically a meeting with myself to go read a book.
Yeah, I love that. What's a tip that you have?
I think it's kind of to piggyback on like the starting small. I think that's really the key is starting small. So like if you have a big goal, like break it down into chunks. So like if going to the gym, one thing is like do one push up will lead to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Reading one page will lead to 10 pages.
Yeah.
It's literally just like a little by little, a little becomes a lot.
Yeah.
And you just have to stop negotiating with yourself. I mean, this is kind of like harsh truth, but like it's going to be hard, but like would you rather like do it and get better or not do it and regret it?
Yeah.
So like it's up to you. Just set higher standards for yourself. And also the other thing is tell somebody about it. So if you're going to commit to going to the gym or reading or journaling or whatever habit you want to start, tell somebody about it and have an accountability partner. Say, if I want to start a new habit, hey Kenzie, I'm going to start doing this, and then they know about it and you can hold me accountable. Like send me a text, hey dad, did you not eat chocolate tonight? Or did you go to the gym? And like after a while, if you're saying no, 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 like you're gonna start being disappointed in yourself and then just start doing it.
Yeah, I think also another big thing is figuring out your why. And if you figure out your why, like why do I want to do this habit? Why do I want to make this a habit? It'll make it 5 times, 10 times easier for you to accomplish that habit if you have that why. And if you have that burning desire to do it, then you're going to do it.
Yeah, I love that. That's absolutely gold. Is like tie it to your why. There's always a bigger why, and if you can in the moment of like decision think about your why, that'll most likely like lead you to like doing the habit and doing the hard.
Yeah, I agree.
I love that.
Today we're going to challenge you guys to do something.
Create a habit.
Create a habit.
What we want you to comment in the comment section. What's a habit that you want to build and that you want to commit to publicly? We'll be your accountability partner.
Yeah.
Drop it in the comments, and would love to hear what you all are going to do and create some good habits because we are coming up on the new year.
Yes, we are.
This is a big time to set goals and habits. So drop them in the comments below, and love to see what the audience is going to do.
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be this big, huge habit. It could even just being waking up and saying 3 things that you're grateful for. That is such a good habit that will lead you into a good headspace to start your day.
Yep. That's awesome. All right. Cool. Okay. Another awesome episode.
Yep. Good job, Dad.
Thanks for listening. Tune in next time.
Bye, guys.